All right, guys, welcome to another episode. I'm Orlando.
And I'm Omar,
We're the Smart Bros.
and this is the Smart Take.
All right, I know it's a little bit delayed, but we just had the Titans game, and I mean, it went as well as it could have. I feel like Joshua Dobbs, for a backup to a backup, I'm pretty sure, because he wasn't even on their team not
Malik
too long
was
ago.
backup, so I don't even know why he didn't play. He was on the
Yeah.
sideline dressed up, so I don't know.
Um, and I'm pretty sure they need to win this next. They still have a chance to make the playoffs if they're in like a maybe it has something to do with just outcomes. Because I don't even think Joshua Dobbs is playing in this game. I think Malik Willis is starting for like the end. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not worried about them. Anyway, guys. So like I said, Joshua Dobbs third string. He played pretty well, which was a tad bit concerning. But I'm going to chalk that more up to just people not having as much film on him, like with their team. Because how many times have we seen a backup come in for their first game and then just play pretty well and win the game, or play well enough and like play well enough and lose, but just do well enough and then after that completely fall off and play like a backup. Once they get some tape on guys, it's a lot harder for them to do well. So I mean, I can't be too mad at the guys. Dak, again, I feel like this is a weekly thing, like, or not even like every episode thing now. I mean, we could have a whole segment on Dak picks, half the segment being blaming the receivers, the other half of the segment blaming Dak, because that was exactly what happened again. 2 picks, one right off Hendershot's chest, then one that was actually his fault. He threw in the really tight coverage, and it was also a bad throw. It was on the back of Dalton Schultz's shoulder he was running an out route, so he needed to be more to the sideline. So, I mean, like I've been saying it for weeks now, we are going into the playoffs. We got to get that figured out. Guys got to catch the ball. Guys got to run the right routes, and Dak has to make smarter decisions. So, other than that, I'm pretty confident about the win. How do you feel about it?
I mean, yeah, it was I guess it wasn't like an impressive win, but I guess we did what we were supposed to do. They didn't have their starting quarterback. They didn't have their starting running back, who's arguably the best running back in the league. So I guess we did what we were supposed to do. They have one of the better run defenses, and we didn't have Tony, so our run game wasn't that good, which is a testament to Dak, because they were saying, "Oh, Dak can't win it with his arm. Dak can't do this. Dak can't do that." Which, I mean, if he doesn't have a run game, that's what Shady always said. If he doesn't have a run game, what is he really doing? Our run game wasn't really there. Malik Davis had some good runs. Don't get me wrong. Shout out.
It's crazy. I know another guy who says that.
Yeah, but they're always gonna say it because he's the quarterback of the Cowboys, so it is what it
I
is.
mean, this guy is the reason we like the Cowboys. Our dad is a big guy on the train of if Dak throws the ball too much, we're not gonna be very successful. But
And sometimes I agree.
I was about to say, to his credit, and to like not giving Shady any credit, he's terrible. But to my dad's credit, there is some truth to that. But in this game, Dak showed up.
Yeah, for sure. He passed the ball pretty well, other than that one pick that was his fault for sure. That Hendershot pick, that's just like, how does that happen? I mean, like, it's not even like we just drop the ball. We drop it and hand it to the other team. I don't know how that happens. Like,
that was almost worse than Noah Brown, like, because he did it and then Noah Brown was a pick six to lose the game, but yeah, he bobbled it and like dang near like, here, take it. I don't want it.
I don't really know what that was. I'm starting to become a Bland fan. He's starting to really show up, and when we need him, he's a rookie. I'm not gonna give him another year Trayvon Diggs step that I was giving Diggs, because I can just tell, like, Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna let Bland develop a little bit more, but he has 5 picks on the season and only 6 starts, so that's very impressive.
And they're all like stolen
picks.
Like
they're not just coming right to him. He's going to get some of those picks.
He's taking that ball like the one I was about to say, he pumped Quez Watkins. Sure. And even this last Titans game, he went and took the ball. So I mean, he's playing.
I'm really happy about him. I need him to be our starting CB2, because obviously we're thin at that position, and so we've got to play whoever is playing the best right now. Nahshon Wright, he did not have a great game, but he ended up getting a pick. So hopefully that can get him some, confidence going forward, because other than that, he had a pretty rough game. But, sometimes getting you that pick and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm here now. Like, this is what I needed. Right. So hopefully that can get him going. CD had another big game. Orlando told me, like at the beginning of the season, that for him to be a good 88, he needs 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Right now, he has 1,307 and 8. I really wanted him to get at least one touchdown last game, but that's his third straight 100-yard game. He's really coming into his own these last few weeks, which is what we needed because him and Dak duo is looking pretty deadly right now. It seems like there's not much any of the teams can do right now. It seems like when he throws it to him, it's mostly a catch. And so I'm really happy with that.
On that note, like I was just gonna say, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on those numbers because, like you said, he's dang close. He only needs 2 touchdowns to hit that mark, but he was without Dak Prescott with that for 5 games, and we see with that chemistry they built, we see what that leads to, and I'm very confident. I'm not. It's easy to like say woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I'm gonna say at CD, if he would have had Dak for another 5 games, he would have had almost 1,500 yards. Definitely 1,500 yards.
1,500 yards in 5 games. So that's only 200. Well, actually, 6 games because he hasn't played the last game. So he has 1,300 now, and he would have had 6 more games. So I mean, hey.
Yeah, man. He's
especially because
more than 1,500.
A little bit more with Dak.
Oh yeah,
rush.
He'll have close. He'll be closer to 15 touchdowns than he is to the 8 he's at, in my opinion. So I'm thinking, like, if we can just, man, I say it every year, if we can just get a full season of Dak and CD, he'll step up. And we got it last year, and it was almost there. But our offense, I said we had our offense. We were the number 1 offense. We spread the ball around, so that wasn't in terms necessarily their fault. But now he's our number 1, and he played like it.
And since I've been a Cowboys fan, since Dak has been a Cowboy, I have never really seen him force feed one receiver. He usually likes his but like you can tell, like he's like, all right, man, we need something. We're going to CD, and
by force feeding, he's
to CD right now.
Yeah, I was about to say he's getting open. He's not just force feeding the covered receiver, throwing in the double coverage all the time. He did it for the pick, but not all the time. CD is getting open and making himself seen to Dak. That's why he's getting the ball. That's why he's being force fed. But I definitely agree.
And one last thing before we get into our little preview of next game, I just want to say, I know Schultz. I don't know if he's going to be with us next season, but he had a very good game. He had his 2 touchdowns. Even Moss told him he was too little, and I
love that.
I tell people all the time, people don't do no little celebration. I'm telling, if I moss you, you're gonna know I mossed you. You know,
taunting call or not. Well, okay, I'm not going to take it too far because the taunting takes away a touchdown now, which is crazy. But
takes away a touchdown.
If you score a touchdown and get a taunting call, yeah, that's not a touchdown anymore.
Whoa! Since when?
Since they started that rule like that.
Oh, that's outrageous. Okay, then yeah, never mind. I didn't know it was that's an outrageous.
Yeah, you got to be a little. I'd be subtle with it, like Dalton, telling them he's too little, you know. But
it's not just like enforced on the kickoff or or the extra point.
No.
Okay, so yeah, we looked it up, and that's only in college. So, like I said, I would be letting people know.
Yeah, for sure. You got to know.
You're too small. If you can't guard me, hey, somebody get him off me because he can't guard me. That's just me, though.
Cam Newton said the best. You don't want me to celebrate, don't let me in the end zone.
It's fact.
Simple.
That's fact. But let's transition. We have the Commanders coming up this week. It's week 18, last week of the season. We know what we need to do. We know what we need the Eagles to do, but for the fans that don't maybe watch football or are not Cowboys fans, let them know what we need to happen for us to get either the first seed in the whole NFC or win our division.
So for us, we need to win for sure, no matter what. As long as we need to win our game. And then if the Eagles lose, then we can win the NFC East, which is our division. And then if the 49ers lose, we can win the entire NFC East, which is our conference. So first seed in the NFC grants you a bye week and home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. So that's all we can really ask for. But if the Eagles lose and we win, we'll get the second seed, which we don't get a bye week, but we mostly, unless we're playing that first seed team, which is the 49ers, if they win, we'll have home field advantage.
NFC championship. So
So pretty much And if we do lose and if we do win and both those teams win, we will be the 5th seed. And so and the way that's looking, it looks like we'll be playing the Buccaneers at the 5th seed.
At home, by the way. And if we somehow get that 2nd seed, as of now, it looks like we'd be playing the Packers at home. Or we'd be playing the Bucks at Tampa Bay. And we'd be playing the Packers at home if we got that 2nd seed. Yeah, and I mean, the Giants, they're already in, so they're less likely to play their starters, even though Brian Daboll came out and said that they were going to. I saw a tweet today that said, based on their practice today, it does not look like they're going to play their stars. They're probably going to rest them. And then I even saw a tweet that said Jalen Hurts is most likely going to play, which is understandable. You got to get that 1st seed. If you're the Eagles, I understand 100%. It sucks, but we controlled our own destiny. We shouldn't have lost that Jags. We let them come back. We can't allow that, because if we would have won that game, it would be, if we won out, we would be 1st. So we can only blame ourselves, really. But hey, it is what it is. If we win this game, we'll still end up being 13-4. That's a great season if you ask me. So I wouldn't. That's not a disappointment in any way. That's one of the best seeds. That's one of the best records in the league. So, there's nothing to be proud. You got to be proud about this season, especially when thinking about all the stuff we've lost this year. Started quarterback for 5 weeks. Our starting left tackle out for 14 weeks. Our starting middle linebacker has gotten hurt. We've had 2 cornerbacks who be out for the season, even though they weren't. Some consider they're not the best, which is fair, but it's hard losing 2 starting DBs.
Our wide receiver 2 came into the season injured.
Who was supposed to be our wide receiver 3 only came back as a few weeks ago. We ended up cutting James Washington because we got T.Y. Hilton, and it seems like we don't need him. So, our rookie receiver that we drafted was supposed to be good, but he's not, I guess. He
literally scratching a lot of games.
So, I mean, we've endured a lot, and every team has. It's not just us. It's not just us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm definitely proud of the season, and I'm ready for the playoffs, man.
Yeah, for sure. This game, I mean, like you said, there's a lot on the line, so I definitely want to go out. I want us to go out there, put our foot on the gas, get out to an early lead. That way we can rest our starters as much as we can, because going into it, we have to play our starters just based off what the chances are. There might be slim chances, because the 49ers most likely aren't losing to the Cardinals. If Jalen Hurts plays and versus the Giants backups, Jalen Hurts versus the Giants starters already won. So I mean, they're probably not going to lose. But it's football. Any given Sunday, there's always a chance. So we need to play our starters. So we need to get them off the field as early as we can, because like playoffs, we don't want to risk anything. And
we play them I know we're going to play them. I just want them to get into a little bit of rhythm, that way. And the thing is, I'm glad the NFL did this, though. They played us at the same time. And the only reason that's good is because now it's like the Eagles have to play their starters, because if they see us that we're not going to play their starters, they wouldn't play theirs. But the fact that we're going to play our starters makes them play theirs.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's all we can really ask for. I mean, like you said, we should have handled our business. I think we, as well as the Jaguars game, had we handled our business against the Packers, we'd also be in a position to control our own destiny. But I mean, we're here now, so we're just gonna, take it how we can, make sure we handle our business, and then hope the chips fall where they land for us.
For sure.
All right, guys, and then so before we do get out of here, I do want to say it'd be wrong of us to not speak on Damar Hamlin. That was a very tragic situation, but as of today, there are reports that he has woken back up. So we just want to continue giving our thoughts and prayers out to him and his family, and just everyone out, his teammates, everyone who was out on that field with them. That was a very, very, very traumatizing moment for them. I mean, I couldn't even imagine seeing a brother, a teammate fall and collapse like that, or go through what they went through. So, like I said,
I'm a brother, like a nephew, anything, a grandson. When I saw the play, I was like, it hits you, because you don't assume that that's gonna happen when you collapse. You just like you just feel for him immediately. I'm just glad that the first responders could get out there and start giving him CPR, because from what I read, that's pretty much what saved his life. I'm glad he's
Absolutely.
awake now. He's responding. He even said who won the game, and the medic said you won the game of life. And I prayed for him. I really did.
Yeah.
I was hoping he was okay. You never want to see anything like that happen. And people, I was listening to Ryan Clark. He was saying people say like you would live and die for this game, and you never like want to see that put to the test. So I'm just glad he's okay. I'm glad he's getting better. I hope he makes a full recovery, man. Shout out Damar Hamlin, man.
Yeah, man. It just shows how much of a fighter he is. One, to fight through the situation, and as soon as he wakes up, to wonder whether or not his team won. It shows where his heart is, where his spirit is, and I just, like you said, glad he's up, and prayers to everyone out there.
For sure. But all right, guys, thank you for supporting. Keep liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. We appreciate all the support. We're gonna try to get y'all a video, either a pregame for sure, recap of the Washington game going into the playoffs. So I'll take us out.
All right, guys, I'm Orlando.
And I'm Omar.
We're the Smart Bros.
And this is the Smart Take.